Alright folks, there's a new patch coming to Diablo 4 next week. Let's see what it's about. So there's a new patch coming. It's 1.3.2 for all platforms, and it will be released on February 13th, 2024, according to your Lord's calendar. I know. Obviously the first thing and probably most important will be uber unique crafting. This is something new. They kinda told us to keep those uber uniques we are not using. Alright, so obviously the most important thing here is uber unique crafting, but let's discuss this a bit, right? Shaco doesn't have armor. You know, it causes couple of problems, solvable, but still. Grandfather has a useless affix on hardcore, like softcore achievements don't count on my book, and I don't even have this softcore renown. Doombringer, mostly useful for shadow builds to scale this damage it does. Andario Visage, mostly useless, right? Celic, kinda useless, especially on hardcore. Might actually increase damage a bit, but still it deprives you of resource cost reduction and passive skills, right? And among other things, no armor. It could be kinda used with injured, which is not really good on hardcore, too risky. What else? Starless Skies, maybe that's like the only good thing, but it could deprive you of important affixes and there causes problems which are not so easy to solve. What else? I don't know, I wouldn't really craft any build. It wouldn't like depend on those, you know what I'm saying? Let's see now. Uber uniques are highly sought after. Yeah, probably because they're interesting to find, because they're rare. I already have them like all this season. I don't actually have the stuff, but who cares, right? Don't really need it. Alright, with Season of Blood we introduce target farming Uber unique items with Uber Duriel to gives players. What? Yeah, okay. Blizzard. Another source of acquiring this type of item. However, we want to give players increased autonomy in obtaining their desired Uber unique by addressing feedback that expressed from acquiring duplicate or undesired Uber unique items lessens the feeling of triumph. Yeah, it's nothing special really. A new system empowers players to make use of duplicate and undesired Uber unique items by salvaging them for a new resource which can be used to eventually craft an Uber unique of their choosing. Like for example, this season with Celic, they changed it to have movement speed, which I totally previously recommended. Right, it's a really good addition to this amulet. Unfortunately, they forgot to stick the affix to roll at the maximum value. So even I have low roll on this affix on the Celic amulet. I have it like a couple of times already, and probably it's the thing I'm gonna salvage, right? Additionally, the chance for Uber uniques items to drop everywhere, but Uber Duriel encounters have been increased. Actually, I never dropped the Uber unique outside of Duriel encounters, even with the bug, because I don't like bugs and I don't like broken, and probably you'll understand already I don't like barbarian and maybe a bit sorcerer. Anyway, like let's move on. Anyway, Uber unique items can now be salvaged to provide new resource. Yes, okay. Resplendent Sparks. Players can bring 5 of these to the Alchemist and transmute an uber unique of their choice. So my question here is, where is the cube? Somewhere buried in the sand in the Kyrgyzstan desert? Probably, right? Maybe we'll get it in expansion 3 or whatever. Let's see. It would actually be really cool if they bring back the cube and it doesn't take star space, and let's say we can do everything that those vendors like the alchemist and the blacksmith and the occultist can do. So we can do it everywhere on the map with the cube, and probably even more, right? That would be awesome. It will be some new kind of modified cube. Not the Kanai's cube and not the Horadri cube. Some new cube. Zeiss cube. Just kidding, of course. The Refine Resource tab at the Alchemist has been renamed to Transmute. Hence, of course, the cube reference. And the option to craft uber unique item can be found under that tab. Well, it would actually be a really cool idea to also let us craft regular uniques here by salvaging them, because I get like tons and tons of unique drops which are useless or with bad rolls, which kind of also makes them useless. So I hope they extend this feature. It sounds really cool, but it's just for uber uniques, which makes it not that cool after all. Note that the preview window for crafting uber unique won't display the item's affixes. Well, they're supposed to be all maxed out, so who cares, right? The drop chance of uber unique items acquired outside uber Duriel encounters has been increased. Like I said, never found any outside of that encounter. So I guess there's not much to add here, but it sounds like a cool feature, and I hope they keep working on that. And yeah, we'll see. At least the base game is good, the music is good, it looks pretty cool, so really good base game to add more stuff like this on top of, right? Misk, the Curse Shrine event now gives the shrine bonus at the start of the event instead of when it's finished. That's pretty cool actually, but it makes more sense logically to get it after. It's kinda useless then, because you have to get to the next pack of monsters and all, but you sacrifice something on the shrine, like those things that you kill, and then you get the effect. That pretty much makes more sense, like logically wise, I guess, right? Or occult science wise, theurgy wise. Anyway, bug fixes, let's see. Accessibility. Fixed an issue where the screen reader, yeah, that's only screen reader things, but did not read the claimed status for Lunar Awakening rewards. Okay, fixed an issue when the screen reader did not read Ancestral Favor tiers correctly. Pretty good stuff. Fixed an issue where the screen reader misread Ancestral Favor upgrade text. Right. I don't really use those, but I'm glad they solve those problems for those who actually need them, right? Season of the construct, let's see what they fixed here. Fixed an issue where Vizier Wasp constructs were not affected by immobilizing effects. I don't have immobilizing effects on my characters, so what do I know, right? Fixed an issue where the tooltip for Igneous Cores was missing information. Okay, never noticed. We'll see what it is. Fixed an issue where journal pages didn't drop during the Cool's Heart quest. Oh yeah, I remember on my first run, actually, during this season, they were like nearly impossible to find. They usually drop at the end of the vault, but not always, right? that would be like that should be okay, like not dropping every time, right? I think that's what they're talking about here. Fixed an issue where only the first person in the party would get credit for looting obelisk whispers. Yeah, that seems to be a problem if you party. I usually don't. I only party for the boss rotations, like to utilize the group advantage of rotating players' materials and do more runs. I would probably still keep on doing that, and that's the only time when I will party, unless they actually increase the drop rates for solo players like me. Right. And come on, Blizzard, give us solo mode, like no trading and no partying, no stuff like that. And most importantly, not meeting players outside of town. Right. Solo mode, action RPG without solo mode. Come on, you have the resources. It's not that hard to do, right? Right. Fixed an issue where arcane tremors in Halazar and Skullsglen could have voltaic braziers that can't be interacted with. Well, I didn't have this problem really, but I'm glad it's fixed. Fixed an issue where the attacks from Malphus could still damage players after he's defeated. Yeah, that's actually a thing, and I think I saw videos of people dying after the boss is defeated. So that's a thing, right? Especially because when we go to fight bosses, we are more offensively built compared to otherwise, and it's kind of easier to die. Fixed an issue where the season journey objective Keeper of Nothing still referenced Pearls of Warding to summon Echo of Malphus instead of Igneous Course. Yeah, that's a minor thing, but yeah, good. Lunar Awakening fixed an issue where the final quest for Lunar Awakening could not be started if the player already had maximum ancestral favor. Okay, that's a thing. Fixed an issue. I mean, this event just complete a couple of votes and you're done. I mean, what the F. Fixed an issue where the shrine related to the clans, the North Shore Shrine Whisper, could be missing. Didn't notice. I guess it's a good fix. Fixed an issue where the ancestral favors window wouldn't automatically close when walking away from Yungyue. Okay. Gameplay. Fixed an issue where treasure goblins could fail to spawn while fighting Avarice. Okay. Fixed an issue where enemies killed via an execute effect could not drop loot. That's like from Iron Maiden, Reap, and so on. Or maybe this affix lucky hit to execute non-elite enemy or whatever. Probably that's what they're talking about. Fixed an issue where the Melted Heart of Selig was not always rolling the maximum value for its movement speed affix. So it's not that much useless anymore, right? Fixed an issue where the Echoing Fury aspect didn't grant bonus Fury if Tactical Rallying Cry was learned. I would not like to comment the Barbarian class at all. I'm just gonna say it has the huge problem of being too powerful, and Blizzard have the idiocy or stupidity or whatever, I didn't want to say it, but to make it actually even stronger this season. Playing Barbarian is like playing a totally different game. It's fast, it deals like a lot of damage, and it gets the bonus from all its 4 weapons no matter it's not using them. Something to think about. So I believe what we should get eventually is weapon swap on the go, with some kind of animation and delay possibly, of course, but let us weapon swap, and also let us have like different ability and skill sets with the other weapon, so we can do like insta respec when weapon swapping. That would be the, I don't know, really cool thing to do. Anyway, fixed an issue where advanced rapid fire, that's a rogue thing, would, yeah, of course I know the other classes, I've played them all, I just don't like the non-necromancer classes. Is that hard to understand? Probably. Anyway, fixed an issue where advanced rapid fire would incorrectly override the bonus critical strike damage from other sources. Yeah, that's a terrible bug, actually. Fixed an issue where the damage increase and resource reduction cost from a ring of starless skies was not calculating correctly. Well, I have this ring and I don't use it. Right now, at least. It's kind of a bossing ring. Other than that, why bother? You actually need a legendary ring most of the times, like especially on necromancer. If you use this sacrilegious soul ring, which is kind of a requirement for all necromancers, no matter the build, it's kind of always the thing to have. It's not really necessarily so for the other classes, which again tells me that necromancer still needs lots of love. And let's also add the mobility issue here. I know necromancer was never a mobility class, but necromancer is usually kind of the intelligence and dexterity character, and it not being able to move as fast and have any mobility skill other than the bullshit skill Blood Mist, I don't know, it's kind of stupid. Whenever I party to do boss rotations, no matter that I have maximum movement speed on the amulet, maximum movement speed on the boots, and the aspect of slaughter, I'm always the slowest character in the group. A moment of silence. I'm hoping for some understanding, just a little bit. And not to mention the shadow builds like Sever, for example, which the build enabling unique is the boots, and you only can get the movement speed from the boots and not any additional movement speed from say the aspect of slaughter or other mobility aspect. This makes it even worse. I mean, okay, you can get movement speed with a passive, but that's only when you do damage, which is just a bit for a fraction of time. And no. Anyway, I fixed an issue where the final lieutenant failed to spawn at the Onyx Watchtower, preventing completion without a reset. Okay. I don't think this dungeon is important this season, not much, unless like for the the aspect there, right, in the dungeon. Anyway, user interface and user experience. Right, we're getting close to the end. Fixed an issue where adding a friend when playing with the controller would immediately reopen the menu for adding friend. What? I don't remember having this problem. Fixed an issue where setting a note on a friend would open the menu for adding a friend after adding the note. Same. I play on PlayStation, also on Xbox every now and then. I got the Xbox when my PlayStation was for warranty repair, and because I wanted to also play Xbox exclusives, right? And I didn't notice this on PlayStation or Xbox, so I don't know. Fixed an issue, and yeah, and I don't play this game on PC. I use my PC for streaming. It's not that powerful. It has 2080 Super, kind of an old card, which doesn't really like this game that much. and I already have the console, so you know, why waste that much money for a graphics card which actually costs like 3 times more than the console I already have. Pointless. Fixed an issue where icons for animals were missing from the minimap in the Betrayer's Row dungeon. Okay, interesting. That's actually a good dungeon because it has humanoids, like evil men, to get pale tongues from, which is a serious problem in this season because we don't have evil men in the vaults. Right? Misk fixed an issue where socketed gem in a legendary or unique item could disappear if the item was dropped. Like, why would you wanna drop such an item anyway? Maybe some inventory organization or whatever. But I guess that's a good find. And a fix. Right? Fixed an issue where some players using NVMe solid state drives were experiencing instability. Right. I'm guessing that's on PC, right? Because we have NVMe on console anyway. Various visual performance and stability improvements. Well, I always wanted to know what these are because sometimes they're kind of hard to notice. But anyway, I guess that concludes it, guys. Not much to add here. It's interesting patch, and let's play it next week. So that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about this patch, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.